Good evening and welcome back. One final video for the day, and that storm that went through La Plata, Missouri that I mentioned earlier. Oh boy, that was a nasty ass storm. That was crazy. Lightning strike near the close enough to the lookout that knocked out the PTZ camera there. Ooh, temporarily knocked out the east and west cameras at the La Plata station. Those came back. Last I seen, the PTZ cam is still out. Burlington, Iowa got hit. Fort Madison, Iowa also got smacked with the same storm. I'm thinking the same storm that delayed the Tigers game in Detroit and the Cleveland versus Kansas City game in Cleveland. Suspended the game between Texas and the White Sox 4 pitches into the game. Oh, yeah, it was 4 pitches in. Yeah, I know, we're gonna rain now. I mean, it was wild. It was bloody wild. We don't know what kind of damage there was around the lookout in La Plata. It's gonna be looked at tomorrow during the day when it's not so dark. It'll be interesting to find out what happened. So yeah, it was a wild weather evening. It was a wild weather evening. It's like the station caretaker heard the lightning strike. He even said, yeah, it was pretty loud. Kind of reminds me of the storm in La Plata was crazier than even the one that kind of sort of hit Prince Albert in Canada today, but the one here wasn't even as bad. Just got a flipping bit dump of rain, that's about it. Because I remember coming home from work, and the evening of Canada Day was done at 10 o'clock. It's almost home. It started dripping a little bit. Got inside, checked the scores and whatever. Decided I'd go across the street to the store to grab some grub. Looked and thought, I also seen the Vermont U-Haul truck. I didn't know what it was at the time. Thought, I got a chance to. Thought I had some time because it wasn't raining. As I looked at the truck, oh, Vermont! I got a chance to read this after I get my grub. In the store waiting for as the food was cooking in the fryer. Store owners looking outside, looking at the cameras and mentioned, it's coming down now. As I looked at the camera, oh shit. Yeah, I'm thinking, oh god, I might not be reading in the truck after all, and sure enough, it was really coming down. Then the next day in La Plata. I remember I had that day off. I was just finishing the 78 preliminary round that day. One of our Australian chatters on La Plata actually flew in from Sydney, Australia to hang out for rail days in La Plata. Was going home on the 2nd of July. I was actually going to cruise first before hopping home. It started storming. It started coming down hard just before the. I think it was just before the 3 showed up. Yeah, it was just before the 3 showed up. It was like pouring hard. Oh yeah, because the 3 would be. Yeah, it would have been the 3 because it'd be going west back to LA. So yeah, it was coming down pretty good. So it's like hustle his butt onto the train. It's like, oh good, I don't have to get wet anymore. It was, I don't know if I can't remember if there was thunder and lightning, but it was flipping pouring. Pouring as hard as it was tonight. Except a whole lot of thunder and lightning tonight. Yeah, it's a stormy evening. You know when the Peanuts comic strips where Snoopy's on the top of his doghouse with his typewriter, and it always starts with "There's a dark and stormy night." That literally applied tonight. Me. So yeah. And now I'm done for the night, and I'm gonna go to bed now. So in the meantime, and in between time, stay tuned for the next one.